Hey everyone, welcome to Business Shenanigans. I'm Trent May here with May Financial Group. With me as always, Mahmoud Butam, Sprout Digital. They're your
Hello,
unfair
hello.
advantage. How's it going, buddy?
I'm good, man. How are you? It's
Oh, I'm doing
Friday.
well. It is Friday. Throwing a bit of an audible out there today. Our guest for today was a little under the weather. We're rescheduling that. So we thought we'd do something kind of fun today and ask us anything episode. If you have a question for us, feel free to leave it in the comments. If you're catching this video late, still leave it in the comments and we'll do it later on.
Oh,
But yeah, but we put out some feelers for an Ask Us Anything episode a while back, just so we could have something to do if we had a guest that had to cancel. That happened today. So, Mood, you ready for some random questions here?
oh boy. Sure, let's do it.
So, one question I get quite a bit, and this has been from multiple people,
Hmm.
is, and again, if you're watching right now, just feel free, leave us a question and we'll address it. Is how did Business Shenanigans start? Do you remember?
Uh,
How did this whole
well,
thing start?
I think the way I remember it is, obviously we're both in BNI. We are into networking and stuff, and I think we were talking, and you were like, "Hey, we need to do something um, networking related, but more like virtual and more flexible than the usual, physical networking event, shaking hands and stuff. Especially, I think it was like we're just coming out of the first or second wave of COVID or something, and you had this idea of like having a networking model that is flexible enough to be online and to be and also something that you can scale up. I think that's how the conversation went.
Yeah, I mean, that's how I remember it too. We were just trying to think of some kind of way, especially with my industry being more restrictive, just some kind of way that we could kind of get our names and faces out there. And we're like, well, we don't really want to talk about our businesses all the time. And we kind of came up with the idea to put over other people's businesses instead.
Right.
And so
Yeah, and
we're
then we
like,
expanded from there, and then we got into
mhm,
like business, and then health, and then comedy, and all kinds of stuff. So
yeah. And then other people have started shows. Missy started a show. Savannah started a show.
yeah,
We're bringing on Rick Garrett, which I think is a huge steal for us.
character.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love those subsegments too. Yeah, I think there's room for more subsegments. Health, business, e-comics. There's all kinds of stuff. So we'll keep adding more.
Yeah. And none of that was really planned from the
No,
beginning. It was just like, it was really just like finding ways for us to get online more and then giving small businesses exposure. That's really how it started.
right.
Now, I mean, we're getting to the point now where we're going to be doubling up, like two shows on Monday and two shows Tuesday, and
Mm-hmm.
yeah,
You're gonna need more hosts.
yeah, we do need more hosts, more counties too. If you're in Wayne County and you want to do this, let us know.
Yeah, it's a great idea. Like all over the Miami Valley. Like if people want to, spearhead a subsegment and do something, Montgomery County or whatever, broad, whatever you are, just let us know. That'd be great.
We have a question come in here from Ty Baker Bauman. What do you love best about your respective businesses? What do you do to stay passionate about it each day?
You start, Trent.
What do I love? My business is essentially, without getting into specifics because I really can't, but it's essentially the adult version of putting together a puzzle. So I get to help people kind of put together this jumbled puzzle and come up with plans and dreams and help them achieve those. I think that's a lot of fun. And that's kind of the rewarding part. People don't necessarily, hey, thanks for my investment going up X percent. You don't get those phone calls, but when you help people actually, achieve their goals, that's when you see the reward. And so, I mean, that kind of helps keep the passion going. How about you?
Absolutely the same thing. It's fulfilling to see those little tasks that you do every day. Very boring, very repetitive, but you put them together, you add them up, and you've got this big goal. You just added, $100,000 to this business owner's, bottom line.
Mm-hmm.
So this answers both parts of the question. What do you love the most about your business? It's the rewarding part, because it's hard. It's not hard. It's a I'm in digital marketing. It's time consuming. It's repetitive. It's the same thing over and over. But the result is very, very fulfilling. When you take a business from completely being invisible online to now dominating the market, obviously that translates to their bottom line significantly. So that's the rewarding part. What I like also about it is it's a business in a box. I can take it anywhere. I work from the office here, from home. I work on the bus, on the plane, on the car, from my phone. I can take it anywhere. So that's kind of like an advantage that not a lot of businesses have, but a lot of businesses are starting to have. Everyone's starting to get their business in a box now and take their business on the road. How do you stay passionate? Oh my God, what do you stay passionate? I believe in priming. I believe in countering the mental stress with physical stress that's equal to it. So if I'm super stressed out, I'll go break a sweat. I'll go run. I'll do something physically challenging, and that counterbalances the mental stress. Especially that with the kids, like, you got to balance work and family and all that stuff. So I have to have 45 minutes to an hour a day of just me doing yoga or breaking a sweat or running or stretching, something that's just for me.
You've told me before that you just don't feel right if you don't have that morning sweat.
Correct. Like, I didn't do it this morning, so I'm a little, down, but I have to do it before picking up the kids today. I have to go do something, walk the dog, take a shower, hit the reset button, detach from work, and then go pick up the kids.
Well, Eric has a question here. Boxers or briefs? We said ask us anything, didn't we?
Yeah.
Do people still wear briefs? Is that a thing still?
Are
briefs the tidy whities? Like the Walter White?
Yes, the whitey tidies.
The Breaking Bad look.
The Breaking Bad whitey tidies. Yeah. So boxer is the one, I guess, that comes down like shorts, and then the briefs are the tidies. Boxers.
How about you, Eric? What do you wear?
Boxers. I like being comfortable.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to go with the boxers there myself. This was a question that we got over Messenger from Destiny Mason over at Performance Mortgage.
Shout out to Destiny.
Yeah. If you could swap... Oh, Eric says he doesn't wear underwear. So if you could swap places for the day with anyone, who would it be and why?
Ooh, that's a good one, Destiny. If I could swap places with someone.
That's hard because I actually kind of like my situation right now.
It depends how long. If I were to swap places with someone or something or some creature for just a day, I don't know. It would probably be a hawk or an eagle or something. I just want to see that.
I like that answer. Go fly around.
Like a bird that, goes for miles and miles, just flies all day. That would be neat to switch places with.
I think I would do 1980s David Lee Roth just to see what a day like that would be like. You
wouldn't last 4 hours. You'd wash right out. What happened to Trent? He had thoughts. He's done.
Just to observe what a day was like for him in the 1980s. My goodness.
Just don't partake. Just watch and take notes.
Yeah. I don't want to be hooked on something just for going back to the 80s. So I just
come back with long hair.
Just to see it through his eyes, just like touring and the whole thing.
Yeah.
All right.
Definitely had an interest in life.
Yeah, I did. All right. Do you think OJ was guilty or innocent? And then Chris Campbell chimed in, both crime of passion. We have his thoughts.
Well, you know what they say. If the glove don't fit, you must have quit.
Yeah, geez. He was found innocent. Yeah. Or I think more accurately, he was found not guilty.
Right. And then he went and wrote a book entitled "What If I Did It?" Dude, you need to lay low. You cannot be writing these.
He's just mocking at that point.
Yeah. Yeah, he hired a really good legal team too. Yeah. So yeah, just like you said, he was not guilty, but he's just like he was not guilty. He was not guilty. Yeah. I don't know what the verdict was, but yeah, it
didn't look the best.
Mm-mm.
No,
it looked good. I know it was only like 11 or 12. I didn't even understand back then, but
there are people that didn't even know that he was a running back.
Ooh,
like that's just the guy that murdered his wife, right? Like no, he was a running back before that, quite a good one.
He was the juice.
Yeah. All right. How did you guys get Drew Hastings? Is a question I got a couple times.
You tell me, man. I have no idea how you did that. I didn't do it. That's for sure.
I'll answer this in a couple parts. The first thing, sometimes all you got to do is ask. I remember I coached the JV soccer team here one year in Greenville, and people are like, "How'd you get that job?" And I was like, "I applied." So, if you don't apply, if you don't,
ask and you shall receive.
Yeah, and so I found his. I'm a big fan of his stand-up, and so I found his contact info on his website. And so I reached out and asked if he'd be interested. I really wasn't expecting him to say yes. I mean, to be honest, I really wasn't expecting a reply. But he was just like, yeah, get back to me in like a month. He was going down to help his mom with something. And he was like, get back to me in like a month and we'll do this. So I get back to him like a month later. And he's just like, I didn't hear anything. And then all of a sudden, he's just like, probably 2 weeks after that, he was just like, let's do this thing. Let's do it tomorrow. And I'm like, okay. So I literally told him, whenever you want, we'll do it. And you can probably hear it a little bit, but that was at the start of a really nasty cold for me. And so I was sick as a dog during that interview, just trying my best just to hide it. I was on cold medicine, nasal spray, this stuff from Sarah Royer that you rub on your forehead that's supposed to open you up. I was on all sorts of stuff for that interview, just trying to be somewhat normal. I was on Mucinex though, and I was conked out of my head because apparently it caused drowsiness. So I had all of that going on during the interview.
Okay. I didn't notice. Was it the one I was part of?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
I didn't notice. Yeah, you were sharp, man. You're on some serious drugs.
And the funny thing about that too is a little peek behind the curtain here. Before we went live, he was in full stand-up mode, and I was starting to get a little nervous, but I'm not going to tell David Beckham how to bend it. I'm not going to tell Picasso how to paint. And so I was like, oh boy, what's going to happen when we click live? But he was a true professional.
Yes. Yeah. And he's a mayor, He's Yeah.
So
He's
yeah,
an interesting character, but I really liked his the live we did with him, and I'm looking forward to. Was it Monday? Is it Monday we're doing something with him?
that's Rick Garrett.
Oh, that's right. That's Rick Garrett. Yeah. Yeah, we
But
should
Drew
do
said
another.
he's going to come back on probably in December and promote his book that's coming out. So
Awesome.
we'll get to talk to Drew again.
Yeah, I'm excited that he's doing Audible too. He's doing it in audio format.
I like that.
Yeah, I love that. Cool. What else? What else we got?
Sarah Royer asked, who is your favorite WWF wrestler and are their Speedos inappropriate?
Oh man, their Speedos are sometimes inappropriate, but
I mean, I wouldn't wear one.
yeah, I'd wear the boots and the knee.
I'd wear a lot of the entrance gear. Like some of that stuff is pretty cool. The Ric Flair robe.
Yeah, I like the stormtrooper boots they wear and the knee pads. Those I would wear. I stopped watching. I don't think I made it to WWE. I was back in like WCW. That's when I watched. And then
who was your favorite?
The Undertaker was a good one. Hulk Hogan, obviously, his personality and stuff. His brother all the time. Yeah, The Undertaker was the scariest one, and I liked him.
Cool. Yeah, I like Shawn Michaels.
Well, Cold Stone, Steve Austin.
Yeah,
he's
that's
the
one.
goat. He's the father of wrestling, I guess.
I'm gonna have to go Shawn Michaels or Ric Flair. 1 and 2 right there.
Ric Flair, yeah. Good stuff. I was disappointed when I think I turned 12 or something. I realized it was all act. I was not happy at all. I think we all went through that. Did you go through that?
I learned pretty young.
Because they started at like 8 or 9 watching that stuff.
Yeah.
I was like, ooh, this is awesome. And then little by little, I was like, wait a second. This looks a little staged. And then by 11, 12, I'm like, screw this.
So I watched it quite a bit when I was younger, and they had all those like gimmicky type things. Like they had like Hillbilly Jim and this guy who was like a trash guy, and they had all these like job things. I'm like,
yes.
what? Like,
well, the producers were trying to come up with ideas and storylines, and they would take you to the back, and they show you something like someone is getting beat up in the back. This people ganged up on this guy, and they build these stories, and then they bring him out to fight. And that's what tricked us for years. We thought it was all real. Like you can see, like they're holding someone's hand on the pavement, and a car is rolling over his hand. He's like, my hands are getting crushed. And then they come to get their revenge from the people who crushed their friend's finger. It was fun.
Yeah, it wasn't really a secret that it was fake. It wasn't like Santa Claus or the Easter Bunny or anything like that.
Oh, it took me a while. For sure. I drank the Kool-Aid for years.
To me, it was more like any other scripted TV show.
Yep.
And it's just like Full House isn't real, but I still watch that.
True. Yeah. Even reality TV. Like it was kind of like reality TV if you think about it. All the events are real, but everything's staged, and they're like safety. There's safety stuff that they're all aware of, and what to do, how to grab the guy. I thought it was all random, just like kicking the crap out of him. But it's all calculated apparently.
It's not like today. Like today, you have UFC, and when you look at like UFC versus like WWF, like obviously WWF is going to look fake.
Night and day. Yeah. Night and day.
Eric Fee says, say Eric Frey. Fee. Okay. He said, say Eric Fee.
Eric Fee.
Okay.
Does that satisfy you, Eric?
Any other questions before we wrap this up? One question is, what does the future hold?
What does the future hold? The future hold whatever we're working on right now. future is not something that's just going to unveil with no causality, with no cause. Whatever you're doing right now is going to trickle down into the future, and it's going to become the future. Whatever you're doing or you're not doing.
One thing we have coming up that I'm pretty excited about, I think this starts Monday, is the Get Off My Lawn one. We're doing Get Off My Lawn with Rick Garrett, where essentially we're going to get on here and just talk about all the fun things of getting older as men. Little spoiler, I'm going to talk about my crazy frustrations with four-way stops. I'll save that for Monday, but spoiler alert, I hate four-way stops, and I'm probably going to vent about them on Monday.
Yeah. I'm probably going to talk about my arthritic ankle. That's what old people do, right? They talk about their joints. Yeah.
Their arthritis.
Yep. I'm going to talk about my arthritis. It's going to be fun, guys. You need to tune in.
All right. Well, thanks for jumping on, Mahmoud.
You got it, buddy. Thank you.
Yeah, we'll see you all Monday.
Sounds good.